If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Thank you to Culver's for sponsoring Now Trending. acetj.com/Culver's. Get a Butterburger, delicious Wisconsin cheese curds. Now they've got the walleye dinners back on the menu for Lent. Find a location near you, acetj.com/Culver's. I'm just finishing up an article in the New York Times. How Tom Sandoval became the most hated man in America. Pretty devastating stuff. That's got to be trippy when you're a reality star and then the New York Times calls and says, hey, we'd like to do an interview with you about how much of a scumbag you are.
You're the most hated man in America. Can we talk to you about it?
And I think that's a bit of, I don't know that he's the most hated man in America. I can think of a few more people that aren't as likable.
He's from the TV show Vanderpump Rules, and he's the one that was cheating on his partner, I guess, because they weren't, I don't know if they were engaged or married. They weren't married.
No.
Anyway, they've been together for years. He was cheating with another castmate. Yeah.
Poor Tom Sandoval.
Yeah. She's rather vindictive, though, because I know in the first episode she was talking about selling the house, and he wanted to buy the house, and she was like, I'll sell it to anybody but him. She refused to sell him the house.
Yeah, I think she's coming off pretty poorly this season, in my opinion. Yeah, like you had the world in your hand, and now you're just, I don't know. Be done with him. Yeah. Be done with him. So a lot of things are going on this morning. I'm sure Rob was excited. Sony is reportedly releasing PS5 Pro later this year. You excited? Is that something you will pick up?
I have to see what the difference is going to be, but probably.
More power, more gaming graphics abilities. Does that tickle your fancy?
Not when you say it that way, but, but yes.
Wonderful. This weekend, Shane Gillis is hosting Saturday Night Live with musical guest 21 Savage. Now, he's the cast member that was fired 2 weeks after he was hired and before he even debuted on the show just a few years ago during the pandemic. So now they are turning tail and saying, hey, come on and host.
But it's actually, I'm sorry to correct you, Riggins, it's actually 21 Savage Garden as the musical guest.
Yeah. I would rather listen to Savage Garden than 21 Savage, quite frankly.
I am interested, though. This has piqued my curiosity because he's one of the hot comics right now, so I'll be curious to see how this turns out.
Yeah. And speaking of getting canceled, Kid Rock and Jason Aldean announced yesterday that their tour is not going to be stopping in New York City, apparently in protest to what New York City is doing to the former president.
That was proven to be a prank.
That's incorrect.
Oh, it's a prank?
Yeah, not on their part. Some prank, satirical account or something posted that. Yeah.
Are they even on tour together?
Yes, but they're only playing 7 shows, and they're all in small towns. It's like a small town outdoor festival type tour. There's just 7 shows. New York was never on the bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
So that's a satirical website that posted that story that got picked up and turned out to the people that treated it like it was fact.
Yeah. Now that doesn't mean that they would gladly play New York. They probably won't because New York is such an armpit. But it's not because of the way New York has done President Trump. They weren't going anyway.
Okay, that's good to
know.
But
then if somebody said, well, will you go? They'd probably go, we're not going there.
We wouldn't do that. Would they do well? Do you think, hypothetically, at a show in New York, would they be able to sell?
Yeah.
They would. Yeah. But they're playing places like Gonzales, Louisiana, which is just outside of outdoor. It kicks off in Gonzales, Louisiana, just outside of New Orleans. Between New Orleans and Baton Rouge, it's a smaller town, that kind of thing. They're playing outdoor festivals.
Okay. Who else is performing with it? Is it just them?
It varies. Jason Aldean, Kid Rock, co-headline, and then it varies. Each show has different people playing on it.
Yeah, and I think like whatever the sellout would be, whatever the venue. Let's say they're in New York and they're going to play a 25,000 seat venue. I think they would muster up at least 25,000 people in New York who aren't stupid. That would come and support them.
You think?
Right.
They could get that working?
Yeah, out of the millions and millions and millions of people in New York that keep down this same pattern of, whatever it is that they're doing.
And speaking of concerts, Lady Gaga announced that she's going to be performing at the Fortnite Festival tomorrow, which is like a digital concert space that all these artists want to be a part of now because they realize they can reach like this massive audience. Travis Scott has done it.
He had 10 million people
at like concurrently, like all at one time, like people viewing it. It was crazy.
That's insane.
But Rob, you said Fortnite's for children, didn't you?
I would say it is, yes.
Yeah, definitely skews young.
So what's she trying to do? Lady Gaga going
Trying to be
into
part of it.
Is she trying to do a children's concert?
I highly doubt it. She probably won't be cussing. I'm sure they put some rules in place.
Aren't
But
most of her songs fairly sexual?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Are they raw? Are they fairly sexual? Deliciously sexual?
I think some aspects of her performance are definitely sexual. So we'll see. And it, to be, computer generated, it'll look like a cartoon model, essentially,
Yeah.
like Fortnite.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what she does with that.
Hey, who's this old broad singing? Whose mom is that?
We want Travis Scott.
And those are just a few things that are now trending.
Okay, there are some things that really interest me in the world, and a lot of times it's things that other people don't get. They're like, what's the big deal about that? Why are you putting so much brain power onto that? But one of them is Guinness records. I love Guinness records, especially when the record is revolves around the physical aspect of a person. Smallest waist in the world, that kind of thing. So we have that. We have one extreme to the other that is just absolutely so interesting. We'll get to it next.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're again going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
From the Calitrin Studios, Calitrin is the safe and effective way to lose weight. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, we're going to talk about dang old Guinness Book of Records, World Records. This is one of the most interesting articles that I've seen in a long time. It's not anything that we're making fun of. It's just different. 2 Guinness World Record holders were reunited. They had been together for one event in where are the pyramids?
Egypt.
No. Like the Luxor, the real pyramids. It's Las Vegas, right?
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, they were at the. They were at the
real pyramids.
They were at the fake pyramids in Cairo, Syrup, Egypt.
All right.
Evidently, somebody told them Egypt is the place to be. Egypt. So they were there for an event, but then they were just reunited. He holds the record for being the world's tallest living man, coming in at a cool, 8 feet 3 inches tall.
Wow. God.
8 feet 3 inches tall. She holds the record for being the world's smallest person, the world's shortest person. And look at the difference as they're both sitting cross-legged in the floor together.
Oh,
Isn't that
she looks like
crazy?
a baby.
She's smaller than a toddler.
Wow.
and she's 30.
That's wild.
Oh, we got to post that picture on our Twitters, and that's incredible.
He took off one of his shoes, and she's sitting on it like it's a boogie board. And then he took the other one, and he's got the toe on the floor, and he's got the heel up, so the shoe is vertical, and it's over half her height. Just his shoe is over half of her
Oh, look at
height.
that! It comes up to her eyes.
Yeah, look at that.
That's insane.
So she's sitting on his shoe, and his other shoe is next to her, and it comes from the floor up to her eyes. It's almost as tall as she is.
Yep.
His shoe.
Yeah, it's more than half her height. Now, she has a form of dwarfism. I think it's a rare form called achondroplasia. Achondroplasia, and then he was normal size until he got a tumor when he was 10 that caused him to develop a medical condition called pituitary gigantism. And as you can imagine, they're both influencers. They have a lot of followers on the social media and all. But he also has a record for his hands. He holds the record for largest hands on a living person. Each one of his hands measures 11.22 inches from the wrist to the tip of the finger, middle finger.
11 inches?
Okay. So, which one of us do you think, if we measured that part of the hand, would have the biggest hands? Now, obviously, I'm not gonna have the biggest. I'm gonna have
I don't think
the
it'll be
way
me.
smallest. I think it would be Riggins. Riggins has longer fingers, I believe, than
Hold your
Rob
hand over
does.
Yeah.
I think it's Ace. Just
I would say Ace.
eyeballs.
Okay, so
I
here,
don't have big hands I'm 6'4", but I do not have big hands for my size.
look, I know y'all pick on me about having supplies in my backpack at all times, but I had this tape measure.
Yeah.
You already had the tape measure in your backpack.
Yeah,
I'm not
old.
not shocked, yet I am.
Yeah, you never know when
I hear you make
when
them
I
do
need
it.
to measure my chest.
Yeah.
Here, Riggins, you can do me and get that out of the way.
So you're like 7.5.
Yeah, which is probably the size of her hand. In the Guinness, like the shortest woman's hand. All right, Riggins, let me do you. Right there to there. Whoa. Riggins is 8 1/4.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Come here, Ace. Let me-
Oh, let me
and
do-
Rob, you come. Now I think Rob would have the meatiest hands. He got some meat hands.
Rob got them meaty hands.
I think Ace has big hands.
Ace is at 8 inches, so yours is a 1/4 inch bigger than his. And then Rob and Riggins are tied. They have the same size hand.
And that
We
guy's
look alike.
You can see, so the biggest
up,
one in the room
yeah.
is 8
8
and a quarter, which is here. Okay,
Add 3 more
and
inches.
then this
That's ridiculous.
is how big his hands are.
It's unbelievable.
That looks like a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
He's a daggone squat.
That's a Bigfoot.
It says that he has to sleep in a specially made bed
Well, sure.
that is, hold on a minute. It's 3 meters long. Now, since I'm American and I don't deal with the metric system, that's over 10 feet. It's just over 10 feet
Okay.
is how long his bed is.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's
3
comfortable.
3 meters is 9.84 feet.
Yeah, something tells me he's not sleeping in zero gravity. It's probably made of. Where is he from?
Turkey.
Turkey. Yeah, I got a feel.
You know they ain't gonna let no American be that tall. It's
Hell
always
no.
these records always come from other countries.
Yeah, you might be sleeping on hay or something.
What is he? He's 8'4"?
8'3", yeah.
8'3".
That's crazy.
I wonder what he talks like. What if he had a squeaky little voice? That would be funny, wouldn't it? Like
Yeah.
this is a little mousy sounding voice.
Yeah.
Like if he had her voice,
Yes,
that would be so great.
I want to. Are they going to hook up or anything? Is that possible?
What kind of question?
Why would you not?
Well, they do have that record thing in common. They both are record holders.
She's 30 years old.
Yeah, I don't.
Tiny. I mean,
I don't see how that's
yeah.
even. I mean, they could be companions in that way, I guess, but I don't see how they could share themselves with each other.
I can. If I close my eyes, I can think of it perfectly.
You're doing it right now.
Well, this is actually one that I don't want to. We finally found it.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it on the Ace and TJ family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Our nation's second president, John Adams, always slept on the left side of the bed. He believed this would increase his chances of having positive dreams and a more successful next day. That's why every mattress we sell here at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress includes a left side.
And for those that prefer waking up on the right side of the bed, our mattresses come with one of those too.
This President's Day, you can save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic sets. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Share Funny is now a little bit extra. Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast, live every weekday on the Ace and TJ family app or anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Make sure you got that Ace TJ family app. Get that so you can get all of our stuff, including the new projects. Here We Grow Again that we start Monday. Ace is going to have a new podcast. I will have a new podcast. And mine is actually pronounced Cass with no T. TJ's podcast. So that's gonna really make it cut through. Cut through the clutter. TJ's podcast. So that starts Monday. So make sure you got that app. You got plenty of time to get it. I mean, get in the car, go to the store, your app store, get the app. Keep your receipt in case you have to return it if it doesn't work. My wife, Jody, and I just started watching a show together on the Netflix. We try to keep one show going that we were watching together, one show going that we watch with my little friend Jenny and her handsome husband Michael, and then the rest of the shows are on our own.
Yeah.
You know, doing what we do. Doing. So this show that we started watching is called Fool Me Once. And it's a British crime drama. And we've gotten through 2 episodes. It's okay. At the end of the episode we watched last night, Jody goes, "Okay, now we're getting good." And I'm thinking, okay, well, let's get to it because it's kind of been dragging so far. But anyway, part of the mystery in this show, which, by the way, the star of this show is beautiful. I think her name's Michelle Keegan or something like that. You know, like I said yesterday, very pretty, even, you know, compared to American women, but especially compared to British women. She was given a nanny cam. Her husband had been murdered. He got and she was given a nanny cam by her friend. Well, the nanny cam the first day she went to check it, had her husband on it coming in and playing with their little girl. And she's trying to figure out how her husband, who's supposedly dead, is on this camera. But one, it made me think, God, I wish I had cameras like that all over the place. It was in a picture frame, hidden in a picture frame.
Why?
But then I start looking around my house, and I'm trying to see, because I'm not in charge of the framing and what frames get put out and stuff. So I'm wondering, my wife's trying to follow me around the house. You know how jealous she is.
Yeah.
And domineering, control freak she is. I'm trying to look around, see if she's spying on me when I'm in the kitchen and stuff like that. Ask me how many veggie straws I ate.
Yeah.
And sometimes she'll do that. How many of those veggie straws did you have? And I'll go, I don't know, probably 10. Mm-hmm. And I think she says that because she knows that she saw me getting them and knows I'm lying, that I had about, a cupful or something.
Yeah. You think she's hiding cameras in the frame, picture frames?
Don't they make little things that you can detect cameras and all that women are supposed to take into hotels and Airbnbs and all? Doesn't your wife have one of these?
No, I don't think so. You walk around and hold it up to stuff, and it'll tell you if there's a camera in it.
I'm going to get me one of those. But the thing is, though, I got to get her to buy it for me. And she probably won't do it.
Yeah.
She's like, you're not finding my cameras. Because I don't have any money. Did you order a camera finder today? Well, I canceled that.
Man.
Amazon. You don't need to know where my cameras are. You just need to stay out of the veggie straws. That's all you need to worry about. But yeah, I would like to have one of those somewhere.
Absolutely.
Not to be spying on people doing anything embarrassing, but
But you're still spying on people without them knowing.
I know. But I'd want to do it to strangers, not people that I know.
Okay.
You think anybody would notice if there were all of a sudden a cute little picture frame in the toilet?
Good chance.
I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to see what happens.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
How close are you to someone? When do you become close enough to a friend or a lover to share certain things with them? Like drink after them. How close do you have to be to somebody to do that now? Well, we're going to go through a list of these and see how we stack up coming up next.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ Family app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
It is. That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today, you could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting. There's no appraisal. I think somebody, didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime, thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics, Neogenics.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradhambrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Getting it, doing. A minute ago, I looked to my friend Riggins. Nay, not my friend, my little brother.
Oh,
My younger brother in spirit, and I said, "Can I use that inhaler when you get through with it?" He got one of those Vicks inhaler things that you stick in your nose and you breathe in the mentholatum.
oh, I forgot about those.
Now, I was joking, but is there a person that's close enough to you in your life that you would share something that goes up your nose?
Ooh.
Like, would you share nasal spray with someone?
Yeah.
I wouldn't hesitate to share it with you guys.
No?
Not at all.
Yeah.
All right. What about lip balm?
Sure.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Well, me either. I mean, I love y'all so much. I would not even hesitate to give y'all my lip balm. I mean, I would go a step further. If you wanted to borrow my chapstick or something, I would just let you have it. That's how much.
Just keep it.
Yeah, that's how much I care about y'all. You just have the rest of it. I can get more. That's how I am. What about Q-tips?
No.
Like if somebody had, what if it's just the other end? Like you go, hey, I can't use this whole Q-tip. You want the other half?
Yeah, that other end, the situation was pressing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I need
If
it now.
If it was a dire situation, yeah.
That
I
puts
got a
the,
roach in my ear or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, I don't waste Q-tips. I ain't gonna let this whole half a Q-tip go to waste.
but then the used part's too close to your palm. I'm not into that.
Well, Regan's just made a breaking motion, like he break it in half.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's fair.
Maybe.
Then I'm back in.
That is gross, though.
But that's funny if you see somebody using a Q-tip and go, hey, you can use the other half.
That would be fun.
Can I have it? Oh, man, I thought we were close.
Can I use another Q-tip?
Can I get that? Yeah, if it was really pressing, I had a bug or something, I'd use it.
A bug in your ear?
Sure. I'd use that second part of the Q-tip.
What if it was just a little wet in your ear? You needed to dry it out.
Yeah, sure. That's how our dad cleaned our ears. He put the Q-tip under the sink, let the water run it, and
Oh,
jam
no.
it in our head. Yeah.
Now I've heard people doing that with alcohol because that dries your ear if you got fluid in your ear.
He'd run the faucet real quick, turn it off, and then put it up under the spout to just like, I guess, lightly. And then, my dad's a big brute. He's just like jamming it, touching our brain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stop squirming.
Yeah. It's not a gentle touch.
Stop squirming.
Is that
I'm
similar?
about to vomit. What are you talking about?
Is that similar to like me and Meredith sharing that thing that is the camera that goes in your ear?
Yeah. Did y'all clean it though before you swap it?
Well, I clean it better than she does because remember she broke the whole thing because of all the ear junk on it.
Right. That's some heavy ear junk. You want to break a camera with it? All right, well. Interesting conversation.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Big music news today. We'll cover it all coming up in Now Trending.
Don't miss the Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern. Live on the Ace and TJ Family app or download anytime wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ coming up.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culvers.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.